New York City. The city of ambition, of restless streets and glowing lights, of skyscrapers that seem to touch the stars and subways that hum with human stories. A place where more than 8 million people speak over 180 languages, and where every neighborhood feels like its own country. But perhaps the most defining feature of New York is its food. To eat here is to taste history waves of immigrants arriving at Ellis Island, carrying recipes from home and adapting them to new realities. From a $1 slice of pizza in Brooklyn to a $300 tasting menu in Manhattan, New York is a city that feeds both dreams and hunger. At number 10, the New York hot dog. Introduced in the 1860s by German and Austrian immigrants, the Frankfurter became an instant hit with working-class New Yorkers. Vendors realized they could make fortunes selling hot dogs from carts, and soon, the city streets were alive with the smell of sizzling sausages. One story tells of Charles Feltman, a German butcher in Coney Island who began selling sausages and buns to beachgoers, what many say was the birth of the hot dog as we know it. Later, Nathan's Famous, also in Coney Island, turned it into a household name. Today, Gray's Papaya keeps the tradition alive with its legendary recession special, proving that even in the world's most expensive city, you can still eat like a New Yorker for a few dollars. At number 9 is the bagel with lox and cream cheese. Bagels arrived with Eastern European Jewish immigrants in the late 1800s. In the Lower East Side, bagel bakeries flourished, each fiercely guarding its recipe for the perfect chew. The pairing with lox or smoked salmon became iconic when refrigeration allowed fish to be imported and cured in bulk. Russ and Daughters, opened in 1914, is more than a store. It is a living museum of Jewish American food culture. Standing in line, there is a rite of passage. Number 8 is the black and white cookie, that glossy half vanilla, half chocolate classic. While outsiders might call it a cookie, locals know it's more like a soft, cake-like treat. Its symbolism goes beyond flavor. Many see it as a quiet representation of New York itself, diverse halves coexisting, creating something whole. The black and white cookie has appeared in sitcoms, movies, and bakeries across the 5 boroughs. And while opinions differ on which bakery makes the best, Zabar's remains an institution. 7th place, the Reuben sandwich. A creation of piled corned beef, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and Russian dressing grilled between rye bread. The Reuben is indulgence stacked high. There is still debate over who invented it. Some claim it was a New Yorker, others say it came from Omaha. But Katz's delicatessen made it immortal. Open since 1888, Katz's is a temple of New York deli culture. Immortalized in When Harry Met Sally, the deli has seen presidents, celebrities, and everyday New Yorkers crowd its tables. Their sandwiches, towering with meat, are not just meals. They are New York on rye. At number 6, we have cheesecake. Unlike its European cousins, New York cheesecake is unapologetically dense, creamy, and rich. Made famous in the 20th century, it became synonymous with indulgence. Junior's in Brooklyn has guarded its recipe for over 70 years, insisting that their mix of cream cheese, eggs, and heavy cream is unmatched. Tourists and locals alike still line up for a slice, often late into the night. Each forkful is silky, heavy, and deeply satisfying, capturing the city's love for excess done right. Number 5 is pastrami on rye. Smoky, peppery, and piled so high it nearly topples. This sandwich is New York's proudest deli creation. Brought by Romanian Jewish immigrants, pastrami was adapted from traditional spiced meat preparations, transformed in the smokehouses of New York. Katz's, once again, stands as the most famous purveyor, but dozens of delis across the city compete for the title. To hold a pastrami sandwich in New York is to hold a piece of culinary history. At number 4 comes the pretzel. A street food born from German immigrants in the 19th century, the pretzel became the go-to snack for generations. Salted, twisted, and sold hot from street carts. It is simple, but quintessential. In the heart of Manhattan, the sight of a pretzel cart's steam is as iconic as the skyline. Number 3 is the cheeseburger. But in New York, it takes on its own identity. From greasy diners to gourmet interpretations, the city does it all. Shake Shack began as a humble hot dog cart in Madison Square Park in 2001 and quickly transformed into a burger empire, thanks to its juicy patties and crinkle-cut fries. But the story doesn't stop there. Corner diners, tucked between skyscrapers and bodegas, still serve classic cheeseburgers that taste of nostalgia, while luxury restaurants reinvent them with Wagyu beef and truffle aioli. In New York, the burger is a canvas for creativity. Second place, pizza. Few foods ignite more passion in New Yorkers. The story begins in 1905, when Gennaro Lombardi opened America's first pizzeria in Little Italy. Using a coal oven, he created the thin, foldable slice that became a city religion. Rivalries grew. Joe's Pizza in Greenwich Village, Patsy's in Harlem, DeFara in Brooklyn, each claiming the crown of the best slice. New Yorkers have their loyalties, and debates rage over which crust, cheese, or sauce reigns supreme. For some, the best slice is still a $1 slice eaten on the sidewalk, grease dripping onto the pavement. For others, it is the artisanal pies of modern pizzerias. But one thing is certain, pizza is the pulse of the city. And at number 1, street food. This is where New York's diversity truly shines. On 53rd and 6th, the Halal Guys began as a single cart serving chicken and lamb over rice with white sauce. Their lines stretched for blocks, and today they are a global brand. In Queens, the world gathers at food stalls Chinese hand-pulled noodles, Colombian arepas, Tibetan momos, and Mexican tacos. In Brooklyn, jerk chicken grills smoke into the night, while food trucks in Manhattan serve Korean barbecue, lobster rolls, and fusion dishes that defy categories. Street food in New York is not just convenience. It is identity, culture, and innovation on wheels. New York's food story is inseparable from its history. German immigrants gave hot dogs and pretzels. Jewish immigrants brought bagels, pastrami, and cheesecake. Italians gifted pizza. From the Caribbean came jerk chicken. From Korea came BBQ. From Mexico came tacos. And from South Asia came halal. Each community left its flavor, and together they created a city where food is the great unifier. For the budget traveler, New York remains a feast. Prince Street Pizza sells square slices so rich with pepperoni oil they've become Instagram legends. Mamoun's Falafel in Greenwich Village has fed hungry students for just a few dollars since 1971. Chinatown's dumpling houses, like Vanessa's, serve meals for the cost of a subway ride. In Queens' Flushing neighborhood, food courts and street stalls provide full meals for under $10. And of course, Gray's Papaya keeps its hot dogs cheap enough that even in hard times, New Yorkers can still eat well. And that is the soul of New York. A city where food is not just about eating. It is about survival, ambition, and dreams. Whether you're holding a $1 slice of pizza on a rainy Brooklyn street, sipping espresso in Little Italy, or standing in line for a late-night halal platter, you are part of a story that began with ships on Ellis Island and continues with every bite taken today. So tell us, which dish would you try first? Would it be the smoky pastrami at Katz's, the creamy cheesecake at Junior's, or the foldable slice from Joe's Pizza? Share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing your choices. Because food is never just about eating. It is migration, memory, and identity. It is the art of experiencing life, one dish at a time.